See that man with the groovy earphones, kiddies? He's Scott Jensen, one of America's favourite DJs. Oh, Scotty doesn't know yet, of course, but he's about to become embroiled in a ghastly hit parade of death. So that's it for tonight, all you fantastic recipients of the cosmic vibration. Until tomorrow night, this is Scotty the Nighthawk Jensen with a little chatter and plenty of platters, saying good night, and may the great guru in the sky light your path to happiness. Hey Freddy, put my platters away from me tonight, will you? I've got a dinner date with the wife and sister-in-law, and I'm late already. Sure thing, Scott. Presently. Hi girls, I'm sorry I'm late. My backup man was a little late getting to the studio and...
Humph! I only wish that you'd show as much consideration for me as you do for those pimply-faced little listeners of yours.
I'm sorry dear. How are you tonight, Mona?
Oh, fine, Scott. Mona's as angry with you as I am for keeping us waiting, aren't you, Mona? Oh, yes, Bess, of course. Honestly, Scott, I wish you weren't in a business where you have to pander to the vulgar taste of those nasty little rock and rollers.
I know, dear. Later?
Oh, Scott, maybe we shouldn't be dancing together like this. What if...
Relax, I've had up to here with that old bat. I'm going to ask for the divorce tonight.
Tonight? Oh, Scott, do you think we...
I can't go on living like this, Mona. The sooner Bess learns that it's you I really love, well, the sooner the better. And so, later that evening...
What? You're not kidding, are you? You actually expect me to give you a divorce so you can marry my own sister?
Exactly. Now look, Bess.
No, you look, Scott darling. You may be as fine as dish rag of a husband, but at least you managed to keep those six-figure paychecks coming in. And I'm not about to...
Whack! No, Bess, I can see you're not. So I can see I'm going to have to dissolve this marriage on my own.
Oomph! Scott, what are you doing to her? Please, Scott, stop! You'll kill her.
It's too late. She's dead, and I'm glad. Can't you see, Mona? I had to do it for both of us. She'd never have...
But Scott, she's dead. She...
Now look, blast it! Don't start falling apart on me now that the chips are down. You were here. You heard what she said to me. I had to do it, didn't I?
Please, Scott, you're hurting.
Well, didn't I?
Yes, Scott, of course.
We'll put her in the bathtub. Then we'll call the police. Say she drowned herself by accident. You'll be my witness, won't you, Mona?
Yes, Scott, of course I will.
An hour later. There'll be a routine inquest, Mr. Jensen, but you don't have anything to worry about. These things are tragic, but we know they happen. Thank you, officer. Thank you. And after the police had left, what'd I tell you? They swallow our story like starving barracudas. Now we can be married and live happily ever after. How's that sound?
Fine, Scott. Just fine.
And so, after a suitable period of mourning, Scott and Mona were married, but a few months later. Might as well take some time out and listen to a few of these new releases before airtime. This one's blank. No label or anything. Then Scott placed it on the turntable, and what he heard made his blood run cold.
You killed me, Scott, but soon I shall return to...
Huh? That voice! It was Bess's voice, but how could it have been? That would be impossible! It was a shaken Scott Jensen who returned to his apartment that night.
Scott, what's happened to you? You look awful.
Don't ask questions, just play this, quickly. It was among the pile of new releases in my record booth, but when I tried to listen to it, all I heard was...
Was what, Scott? All I hear is some good hard rock and roll, the kind you always play. I don't see...
But the voice! What happened to the voice?
Scott, darling, what voice?
Bess's voice. It was on that record, I tell you. She said I killed her, but that she was going to...
Scott, please. There's nothing on the record but music. See? You can hear it yourself.
Yes, I know, but...
Please, Scott. I miss Bess too. But promise me you'll try and pull yourself together. Please.
Sure. I promise. Oh, Scott promised all right, but the next day, at the broadcasting studio, someone just dropped this by for you, Mr. Jensen. Oh my God, a blank jacket, just like the Ghost record. Just who delivered this, Alan? I didn't see her myself, Mr. Jensen, but Bruce from the elevator said it was a good-looking chick, blonde, hair parted in the middle, and... Thanks, man, that's enough. Mona, it had to be. But why? Hastily, Scott threw the record onto a turntable and...
I dwell in the land beyond the living, Scott, but I cannot rest. I must have my vengeance.
It's Mona, imitating Bess's voice. That's got to be it. She's up to something sneaky, and I'm going to find out what it is. And so... Hello, Mona.
Why, Scott, darling, you're home early.
Why, what have we here, Mona, darling? I do believe it's a recording machine. Been making your own LPs these days, my sweet?
Scott, you don't understand,
Come, Mona, tell your loving husband. What is it I don't understand? That you've been making ghost recordings in an effort to rattle me into confessing Bess's murder so that you could keep all my money for yourself?
No, Scott, no. I bought this machine for your birthday tomorrow. It's just a present. I thought you would...
Oh, come now, Mona. You could do better than that, Fud. I'll just hide the body for now. Think of some way to get rid of it after I get back from the studio after tonight's show. And so, later that evening... Hello out there, all you fantastic fans in Planet This is Scotty the Nighthawk Jensen with a little tune from England called I Wanna Park Your Car.
I am going to get you, Scotty, and I'm going to help her.
Huh? It's both of them. I've got to switch records before my listeners hear those voices. What voices, Scott? Nobody hears any voices but you. Hey, why did they take the record off in the middle? Beats me. I Want to Park Your Car is one of my favourite tunes. Frantically, Scott tried record after record in a panic-stricken effort to elude the ghostly voices, but...
Changing records won't help you, Scotty, will it, Bess? Oh no, indeed, we're going to kill you, Scotty.
They're after me, no matter which record I play. Got to get them before they get me. Got to get them before they get... Whack! The voices are probably on these records too. Got to get them before anyone hears. Crash! Crash! My word, what on earth is Scott doing in there? I don't know, sir. It looks as though he's gone completely crazy. Ah, you think you'll tell, but you'll never tell. Never!
We wouldn't think of telling, would we, Bess? Oh no, Mona, not on your life.
Ghost, stay away! Both of you, stay away from me!
You have to die, Scotty. Oh dear me, yes. Otherwise, how can we rest?
Yeah! Yeah! Presently, yeah, He must have felt just awful about the death of his first wife to go and take his own life like this. Poor guy. The end.